American men are just leaving those American...
Men should just stop approaching women altogether if this is what they want.
No woman wants to be single. All this trash about I'm single by choice. No, you're not.
I am so fucking tired dealing with men.
Let's just be real.
At this point, most men are tired. Tired with the entitlement and attitude of modern women.
Some of you westernized women. I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I can pay my own bill. Turn it down.
We do not need to date the nice guy. We need to date that toll.
Why are the most loyal and boyfriend material guys single? This is what
The only metric modern women use to judge a man is base on his wallets to fund her lifestyle. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
I saw a video the other day. A girl's like, men are afraid to come up to us. They're not afraid to come up to you. I mean, maybe some feel a little insecure, but by and large, they're just like, I don't need this aggravation today. I don't need some diva aggravation today, because more often than not, what do? Nasty, like a little attitude, puckered lips. You know the pucker lip. They're tired. They're tired. They're tired of getting made fun of. They're tired of being, abused. They're tired of getting, oh, I'm a meme now. Because why? Because I looked your way for 2 seconds in the gym?
Excuse me, I am so sorry, but where in the world did you get that?
You know what?
That smile is beautiful.
Get the fuck out. Yeah, you're weird.
That's weird?
Yeah.
Damn, was it something I
Broke up with him. It was too much. He was too great. We dated for 3 months. He was not a pushover. He had friends. He was cool. He was perfect. And he took me places and spent money on me. He had a car and he had a bank account and he had health insurance. And I broke up with him. I went back to my ex who got me a $15 gift card to Taco Bell for my birthday.
Did you notice this woman mentioned nothing negative about this man, and she still left him? See, this is what I mean. A man could be an amazing guy, but there's always something missing for these women. You just have to wonder, what exactly are they looking for? If the guy was so great and amazing, why break up with him? It's frustrating because even the best of men can end up being discarded if they don't meet some undefined expectation. There's also the influence of societal pressures that push women to believe they can always do better, fueling a never-ending search for the perfect partner. These women always come to their senses only after dealing with guys who don't care about them as much, leading to feelings of regret. But by that time, it's already too late.
Men should just stop approaching women altogether if this is what they want.
Yes. This is what we want. Please leave us alone.
I hate to break it to you. I think that we've just got a very, very selfish culture of women. And to any women out there that say I have internalized misogyny or anything like that, that would require that I have a problem with women worldwide. I do not have a problem with women worldwide. I have a problem with Western women. And if you think that I'm just like making this up out of nowhere, reflect on the fact that there are Western men that are flying out east to find wives. Are Eastern men coming out west to find wives? No. Where in the world are men flying out in droves to marry American women? Nobody wants us. Why? We're big, we're selfish. We don't want to hear anything. You can't tell me to eat less. You can't tell me to change my life. You can't tell me it's not about me.
Divorce laws are also a good reason why not to marry a woman in the West. I'm a Western woman and I approve that message. We've lost our way and need to get back to basics. At least 95% of Eastern men would never think of marrying a Western girl. The image social media has painted and how Western women have portrayed themselves is too scary. I tried dating my own Asian American. It was the biggest mistake of my life. I ended up marrying my Southeastern Asian wife in Cambodia. Feminism has destroyed Western women. There's no men flying into the West to marry modern American women because they're difficult to deal with. And those men do not want to deal with their attitudes, where a traditional woman would say to a man, "I got your back." A modern Western woman would say, "I got your money." Dealing with women in the West is only about what they can get from a man and what can a man do for them. This mindset can create a toxic atmosphere where men feel used or undervalued, leading to a growing reluctance to pursue relationships with Western women. The idea of love, support, and partnership is often overshadowed by a focus on financial stability, which can deter men from wanting to invest emotionally or physically in these relationships. That's why many men are turning elsewhere to find true connections.
Dating in your 20s is hard. Honestly, I'm over it. I don't care anymore.
I mean, yeah, I just want a husband so bad.
Ew. Really? Right now? Yeah. I'm gonna give myself like 3 years.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean is like, I want to date somebody for a good like 3 years and then get engaged.
Oh, okay. I understand.
It's like I want to meet my husband now. I don't want to date another person that I'm just going to end up breaking up with, you know?
True.
Why are the most loyal and boyfriend material guys single? This is what I constantly hear from other girls, and I have the answer. I think it all stems that women are programmed to see the ideal man as weak, beta, or sus. And that is why they always fall for the guy that cold approaches them and uses some cheesy, corny pickup line. But then they're surprised when 3 months later, they got cheated on. I really think we need to stop romanticizing players and romanticize guys that are nervous to talk to women. Hear me out. I'm talking about the guys who overthink and do not want to cold approach a girl because they do not want to come across as a creep. And girls just don't get it. They're always like, shoot your shot. Like the worst you can say is no. No, ladies, that is not the worst you can say. Trust me. You see, most guys can easily hold a conversation, but they're afraid to start it. It should be seen as cute or endearing when a guy is nervous to talk to you. He's fidgeting, he's not making direct eye contact all the time, or maybe stepping back and giving you space. Oh, and side note, you're not going to find these guys at the clubs or parties. They're at home.
Don't be a nice guy, be a good man. Honestly, just stay alone. It's not worth it because we have given up. We don't want to play your games anymore and are happier alone. Apparently, I'm husband material, but not boyfriend material. The worst is not the rejection, it's being called a creep and being manipulated or taking you for fun. Well, the most loyal guys are single because they get used for their good hearts. Women typically try to walk over them because of their character and how they comport themselves. They tend to mistake their kindness for weakness, when all that man is trying to do is make that woman happy. Even though some of them has been hurt, they've come to learn that women do not like nice guys. It's really shallow of them, to be honest. They would rather chase that one guy and compete with 20 different other women rather than dating this man that she knows would treat her better. These women have a habit of getting in and out of toxic relationships. If anything, I'd say the nice guy needs to stay away from that type of woman. She'll only bring chaos to your life.
Why do you think it's so much harder to date today? It should be easier than ever.
We have so much choice. You have this illusion that there are so many other people out there. So you go on a first date and then it's like, yeah, I had a good time, but let me go see who else is out there. Let me see who's at this other party. There's this idea that it's not like you're going to focus on one person if you don't feel amazing chemistry the first time. Sometimes it takes hanging out with people over time.
How tall does a man have to be to get with you?
6'2". 6 foot. 6 foot minimum. At least 6 foot. Something to be under 6 foot.
What height is too short for a guy?
Anything under 6'5".
How much money does a guy need to date you?
About like 100K. 100,000. At least 100K a month. 200,000 a month. Probably well over 400K. 500 grand at the least on the figures. Like $1 million, 2 million. The mills. Minimum £1 million. First of all, I need a millionaire.
There are some things I expect a man to pay for while I'm dating him or we're in a relationship.
Here are some of my rules for a first date. Give me my rules for a first date.
Number 1, I'm not saving your number in my phone until we're engaged.
Do not take me to a fancy restaurant. Show me your tax returns. Show me your bank statements. Show me your face. Show me your profile.
We're saying no to coffee dates. We're saying no to buffer dates. We're saying no to walks in a park.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option. Show me your body, top to bottom. Do a 360. Those are the requirements for you to come for me. Those are the requirements for you to come for me. Okay, you think I'm joking? It's actual truth.
That's why American women will go like the dinosaurs extinct. The entitlement from these females is wild. Do they deserve the man they want? Is the better question. Those women aren't worth to look at. Even if you have the requirements, they only have arrogance to offer. Man, they're not looking for marriage. They're looking for a victim to prey on with that list. As you can see, these kinds of women are just a nightmare to deal with. Many throw out unrealistic expectations while being completely oblivious to the actual statistics about men making $1 million a year. All of these expectations comes from their sense of entitlement to the man they think they deserve. But truthfully, some of these women don't even qualify to be with such a man. They might focus on superficial traits, like wealth or status, without recognizing that a successful man often looks for equally valuable qualities in a partner. They may have a long list of demands: financial stability, charm, good looks, yet often fail to reflect on what they bring to the table.
I don't need to provide for a man. I do not need to provide for a
So a man don't need to provide for you
and I
either?
put emphasis on
A man does not need
Do you know why I'll say this?
to provide for you
Do you
either.
know why I'll say this?
A man does not need to provide for you
Are you
either.
arguing with me? Any man that asks me what do I bring to the table is a bum.
Nothing.
He's a
You
bum.
absolutely don't bring nothing to the
You
table.
know why he's a bum? And I'm not saying financially.
You do not bring
I'm saying
nothing to the
mentally-
table, and that is the problem.
mentally-
You think you do, but you actually bring nothing to the table. You can't even tell me what you bring to the table.
She has a very sad outlook on things. What you bring to the table has nothing to do with providing for a man. I'm glad he repeated himself and told her the truth. Her pause says it all. Everyone has to provide something to someone, whether it's time, effort, emotional and materialistic. You provide to yourself every day. Nowadays, the lower standard man give a lot of women so much attention and put them on a pedestal, so they adopt this mentality. The silence is really loud. This is what it looks like when a woman has nothing but want everything. A good woman is meant to be the piece for their man and be an asset. Women like her expect princess treatment just because they were born a woman. Ridiculous.
Let's say he just started his own business, but he makes $45,000 a year. Would you date him?
You wouldn't be able to afford my engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you 4 years. No, 8 years to afford.
But
my
how much?
engagement ring?
I don't know anything about rings. How much is that?
About $200,000.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane?
My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like, you have to see that shit. It's gonna blind people. But like, I'm not a regular girl.
Buy a dog and die alone.
This one here is for all my girlies over 30. Recently, I came across this YouTube video of a young man, and he had a bunch of men on his live and while he was recording. And my conclusion of the 3-hour-long video is that men nowadays, no matter how old they are, they're only interested in girls between the ages of 18 and 25. Now you tell me now, where does that left we? Where are we over 30 and 41 left? Now, me not have to worry about it, because me well married for 22 years. But life takes its twists and turns. So does it mean that once you turn 30, 25, does it fair?
It is in a man's biology to be attracted to younger women, and for some older women, that can be hard to accept. It's already a struggle for older women to find a partner because, for many of them, men don't even notice them as much anymore, as men tend to gravitate toward younger women who they associate with fertility, energy, and vibrancy. Older women often feel sidelined in the dating market.
I feel like with you guys, you're like, oh, like, she's been passed around the whole team. We can't wipe you up because you had A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And she's like, okay, but like, I was in my phase and like, I like you. And I feel like a lot of guys won't like concentrate on that one girl because she's been passed around.
I'll be real with you. If she's been passed around and I know who she's been passed around with, can't do it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not know.
Because I know everybody has a past. So I'm not going to go attacking you about your past. But if I know the guys that you've been with, especially if I'm close with them, no chance.
She will subconsciously be judging and comparing the current man to all the other men and never be satisfied. Just my opinion. Those phases have long-term consequences. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. If she's been passed around, I won't judge her past. I just won't be next in line, no matter how strong we into each other. Even a bank checks your history before giving a loan. Why wouldn't I when I'm investing our valuable emotions getting into a relationship? First of all, having a hoe phase is no excuse. Just because you say, I was in my hoe phase, does not make it any better. The simple fact is, actions have consequences, and when these women are done smashing the world, that's when they want to go and find a guy to take them seriously. But how can you want someone to take you serious when you've already given up your most prized possession? I'm pretty sure that would be a hard pass for majority of men. And why is a hoe phase necessary to discover who you are anyway?
Something that I've noticed is that it's literally always the ugly men trying to humble you. I have never, ever, not once in real, actual life been humbled by a sexy ass man. Like, nope. He's not doing it, baby. He is not doing it. Actually, those men, the confident, secure, strong, sexy, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, amazing hotties, they want you to pop your shit, baby. They want you to pop your fucking shit. And those men, they be getting everything.
What I can appreciate about Passport Bros is I think it's an effective flag being raised for Western women as well. I'm not necessarily saying that they're going to find someone. I'm not saying that they're not going to get screwed over. I'm not even necessarily saying that I would encourage men to go do it. Like you said, if you want to, cool. The motivation for it is the fact that men are still expected to act very traditionally. They're expected to be very chivalrous. They're expected to be protectors. Maybe they're not expected to provide to the same extent now that women can essentially match them on income. But if that's what a man's duty to you is, to be chivalrous, it's very, very loosely defined what a woman's duty to a man is.
It's very ambiguous.
And that is why I think they go to places where they are actually taught from a young age how to treat a man. What is your duty to a man?
There's good and bad everywhere when it comes to finding relationships, but in the West, it's just out of control. Modern women in the West seem to be primarily taught how to take, and take. It often boils down to the question of how a man can make their lives better, rather than how they can contribute to a partnership. In contrast, in other countries, women are taught the value of treating a man well, being respectful, and understanding the importance of mutual support in a relationship. These qualities make them incredibly appealing to men seeking meaningful connections. For these men, women who embody these traditional values are like rare gems. When men travel to these countries, they often find themselves in environments where appreciation and respect for a partner are the norm. These women are raised to value loyalty and companionship, understanding that a healthy relationship requires effort from both sides. Those are the values that are lacking in the West.
Some of you westernized women, I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I can pay my own bills. I make my own money. I'm independent. I'm an alpha woman. Turn it down. What happened to the feminism? The queen, the wifey, what happened to it? But when you reach your knockout stage at 30, 35 with 2-3 kids later, then you want a man? Ladies, wake up.
I'm not required to clean up after you. I'm not required to cook for you. I'm not required to do anything for you, right? Because you did not come out of me. I'm not your mom.
I'm not required to pay for you. I'm not required to listen to you. I'm not required to protect you. My seed didn't create you. I'm not your dad. And she is the big reason we are getting our passports. I'm not required to do anything for you. That one line alone will keep you single forever. They literally want to be our daughters, though. Pay for everything, love them unconditionally, and expect nothing in return.
There's this guy at my work, right? And when I first started, he was so nice. Literally was like, hey, like, whatever, how's your day? He wasn't like exactly like that, but like, whatever. He was just really nice, really friendly, cool people. Okay? He told another coworker, oh my God, I like her. Like, tell her and then let me know how she's feeling. She told me. I said, mans is not my type. I come into work the next day. I'm thinking everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's great. Literally, mans ignores my presence. I'm not even there. I'm air. I'm like a ghost. This man will not make eye contact with me. He will not acknowledge my presence. And he literally, like, it's like I'm non-existent. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Like, that's the vibe we're on now? Okay, cool.
That man stood on business. He was there for one thing and one thing only. Now, I'm a strong believer in you shouldn't be frolicking, messing around with coworkers. I'm a strong believer in that, but y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. Y'all grown-ass man. I'm not your father. Do what you want. But that pretty privilege ran out, huh? It ran dry. The well is dry. The audacity for that man to give you exactly what you wanted. You rejected him. You said no, and he just let you be. The audacity. Women have been complaining about men harassing them, but the audacity of that man to comply and not harass you. The audacity. He should be stoned. He should be put in jail even. Dare I say it? He should be wiped off the face of the earth. He refused to be in the friend zone. The only way you get inside the friend zone is if you put yourself there. He refused to be played with. He was there on a mission. The mission didn't go as planned, but he got his answer. And with his answer, he did with it what he pleased. So we know why she's mad. It's not that she wanted the man secretly. No. She wanted to toy with him. She wanted her ego boosted, but it got destroyed because he stood on business. Mission will always be the mission, and no woman's antics, games, her trickery, her sorcery, none of that will get in the way of the mission. He stood on business, he stood his ground, and all men can learn from this situation. All men.
When you play hard to get, you become hard to want. This is the treatment that men today needs to give these women. If you express your feelings and get rejected, you should just move on. That is what I call knowing your worth. All she wanted was the free attention, thinking her beauty was enough to keep him around. That man made the right call. Unless the energy is reciprocated, these men will walk away.
A masculine man would never fall into the friend zone. And the reason is because usually masculine guys are not the nice guys. And the nice guy is somebody that doesn't say no. It's somebody that allows people to walk all over them, allows girls to just take full advantage of them. So when this happens, basically, if a girl is taking advantage of you, it's you ask her out and she makes up an excuse like why she doesn't want to hang out with you, but then she keeps texting and you allow her to keep texting you. Or maybe you hang out as friends, but she doesn't really want anything else. Why are you hanging out with her then? You're already putting yourself in the friend zone.
The more successful and powerful a man is, the less he's challenged by a woman. So sometimes on Bumble, I'll say something like, did your mom intentionally spell your name wrong? These guys need to be challenged. They need to be stimulated mentally. They're bored in their life. No one challenges them at work. No one challenges them at home if they're single. Try it.
I refuse to split the bill on dates.
Oh, and why is that?
Because I'm actually splitting the bill before I even get to the date.
Fascinating. I wonder if the logic that's going to be used here is going to be even remotely different from any of the other videos that are a lot like this that we've seen before.
Let me explain myself.
Please do, because I have a feeling it's going to involve many things that one would do normally on a daily basis anyway, regardless if one is going out on a date or not. So therefore, that makes this video entirely pointless.
I'm spending money to show up. As soon as I have a date scheduled, I book a cycle bar class. Then I get my eyebrows done. I see Kaylin at Bespoke Brows because I am not bringing a unibrow to happy hour.
So what I'm hearing so far is that all of these activities are done specifically and only to impress a man.
Even though I don't think my date cares about what my hands look like, I feel the need to get a manicure.
Ah, yes, but I'm sure that one felt the need to add it to the bill anyway.
Even if I had my manicure and my brows done earlier in the week, it still takes a whole entire day to prepare for a date. Like planning my outfit, planning my hair wash schedule.
So far, I'm not really seeing the point. A person would normally do that if they're going out with friends, too. But I'm sure that one doesn't charge them for one's time.
Simply showering, doing my hair and makeup, and picking out an outfit could be 2 hours.
And with that, I think it would just be easier to say that one would prefer to charge by the hour.
I've never understood why women think that just because they're doing their makeup, hair and nails, a man should be obligated to cover the bill on the date. It doesn't make sense. How does that even correlate? The effort they put into their appearance is a personal choice. And when people are going out, shouldn't they want to come with their best? I don't think they understand what a date is for, but one thing we can agree on is that when they go on that date, they're only bringing their expectations and entitlement.
I had a good man last year.
I let his ass go. He was a good man, but like I said, he was not my good man. He was everything that I mentioned. He did it, but in regards of what benefited him, and he demanded so much without considering who I am as a person. Mm-hmm. He paid for everything.
Okay.
Any problem you had, he fixed it.
Okay.
Sex, he was good.
You broke it off.
I broke it off. I ghosted him.
Okay, finish. Okay.
For the simple fact, he wanted to have somebody love him in he was the only child.
Okay.
So he wanted me to treat him as like his mother, hoping that I would be super affectionate, and I'm not. So that used to aggravate him to the point that he'll yell to the top of his lungs, I deserve to be loved like this. You absolutely do. So go find you somebody else that can do that for you, because I cannot hold you. I can't do that. That's not who I am. Okay. Affectionate. It's not that I wasn't affectionate. He wants me to be super affectionate, and that's not something that I am. And I it's like, even if I try, I'm fake.
The simple truth is, he was a good man, but she wasn't a good woman for him. That man scared her away because he showed her a love she's never experienced before. All that man wanted was some affection and love, and couldn't get it. If this man that did everything for this woman still wasn't enough for her, what exactly does she want from her man? But I do respect the fact that she broke it off because she knew she did not qualify to be by his side. She did him a favor.
When a man asks you, what do you have to offer? What do you bring to the table? Then he's telling you indirectly that he does not know what value a woman brings to a relationship. And you're not going to change that, because no one has taught him the value of a woman in a relationship. For him, it's like, okay, I'm giving something from myself, so I need to know what I'm getting in return. If he asks you, what do you bring to the table? It does not mean that you bring nothing to the table. It means that he is never going to be able to see it. So just show him your value by living his life.
You guys, I am all dressed cute, ready to go on a date. My date comes, he's 40 minutes late. He's 40 minutes late to pick me up. He comes into my house, he uses my bathroom, and then he breaks up with me. While I'm wearing this cute outfit, and now I'm sitting here crying. I'm just wondering when this is gonna stop happening. Oh my God, this man. He has $67 in his bank account. And I'm literally crying about him.
One thing that baffles me, and I guess men, you guys can chime in, why would me in my mid-20s want to date an old man for free? Why would I want a 50-year-old boyfriend for free? Why would I want to date an old man who is not going to give me any money? Like, I think a lot of men are delusional. I think maybe corn has morphed your brains, and no young girl wants to date an old man for free. Okay? Unless your name is Jeff Bezos, we don't want to date you for free. Okay? There's no benefits in dating an old man. Okay? The only benefits you might get are stares from other people. So unless you're trying to fund my life, I don't want to date an old man for free. I don't want an old boyfriend. I don't want a geriatric boyfriend unless he's funding my life. Okay? There is no true love when there's a significant age gap. If I want a boyfriend with no financial benefits, I'm going to date a hot guy my own age who looks great, who everyone's going to say, damn, your boyfriend is cute. I'm going to date someone my own age. If I want to date for true love, I'm going to date a guy who's also in his 20s. But if I'm dating a guy who's old, it's for profit, okay? It's not for true love.
Apparently, she's going for the highest bidder. You know, there's a name for this kind of profession. This woman is clearly only willing to date older men for money. And if you really think about it, she's telling you something here. It's not about love or building a meaningful connection. It's about what a man can offer her financially. She's essentially putting a price on herself, treating relationships like a transaction. When a woman is only willing to date a man based on how much he can provide, it reveals her true priorities. These are women who will do anything for money, even throwing away her values. The only good thing here is that she's revealing her red flags, telling good men to stay away.
Here are 3 things you can tell about a man who asks what you bring to the table.
I've been seeing these types of videos a lot, and it seems that some women are not liking it when the tables have turned and men start asking the same questions that women have been asking them for years. So let's listen to what they have to say.
Number 1, he views relationships as transactional. Number 2, he has unmet needs. Number 3, he dehumanizes a partner.
Okay, so if we're really to think about what they just said, that means that any woman who also asks the same question of a man, of what they bring to the table, would also, in the spirit of equality, be guilty of being those same things, right? Or is it somehow different when a man asks it of a woman? I wonder.
Without knowing it, you might feel like you're at an interview.
Wait, that is exactly what a first date is, and dating in general, actually. It is an interview process in order to be able to determine whether 2 people are actually compatible to be in a long-term committed relationship with each other. And these difficult questions, such as what does the other person bring to the table in terms of the relationship, do need to be asked. Otherwise, it's just going to be a waste of each other's time.
For the right woman, love, respect, and honesty. That's what I expect also. Probably why I've been single for 2 years. My ex of 1 year told me I didn't bring anything to the relationship. Yet I fixed her roof and took her out and bought her stuff and looked out for her. My wife and I never had that conversation about bringing stuff to the table. We just had the same goals. It seems people are too materialistic nowadays. Any woman who gets offended by that question most likely have nothing of value to add to your life and just wants a daddy to take care of them. If she takes offense to that, she's most likely self-centered, selfish, broke, and just looking to suck you dry. If a man were to invest in a woman, there needs to be a return on the investment. And on these first dates, these women expects you to take them to high-end restaurants like you'll have been married for years. Such a thing is for the woman you want to build a future with. She must be qualified.
Even if you're like the most perfect girl, he's not going to settle down if he's not ready. He's going to settle down when he is ready, and chances are he's going to be ready when he's much older.
I hate to say this, but I think that women have to lower their standards. Before you go crazy on me, just hear me out. The amount of chronically single girlfriends that I know, either approaching their 30s or already in their 30s, that are like wanting to settle down and have a family, but can't, is an epidemic at this point. And we're talking about women that are financially stable, have educations, are beautiful, have their fathers in their lives, like come from nice families. Like, we're not talking about like a bum bitch. We're talking about like a very decent young lady. So I'll have conversations with my friends and they'll say things like, oh, like, you know, I want him to make like at least $200,000 a year, like at minimum. He has to be in shape. Like, I really like a guy with a 6-pack. I love a guy who's like 6'2". I need a guy with like a full head of hair. Like, I can't do bald guys. Every single time you throw a new specification into what you desire, the only person that fits within the parameters of what you are looking for exists in your fucking dreams. No, I've had girlfriends tell me like, oh my god, no, he's great, this and that, like, but I can't do a short king. So you're telling me you found a guy that's like not bad looking, has a great job with benefits, like financially stable, comes from a great family, and you can't do it because his legs aren't long enough? Like, you bitches are out of your minds.
Social media has completely made expectations unrealistic. Wow, I can't believe this woman understands reality. No, this is so true. Like, I respect women and the fact they want what they want, but like, you can't have every single thing. You always speak facts. I dated a short king. Turned out the height went between his legs. We're married now, by the way. The guys they want exist. They, however, have so much options that they will never be more than a side piece. Thank you. I can't tell you how many friends I have that are single and have a whole damn list of what they are expecting. Be with someone kind and loving. The rest will fall into place. I'm the chronically single friend, and I fear you are correct. Those very same high standards are what's keeping them single and miserable. Every woman thinks they're gonna run through life with their dream man, checking all their boxes, while they themselves have a bunch of flaws. They ask for men to meet their ridiculous standards that they cannot even meet. The percentage of men that makes 200K a year is 5%, but they have no clue about such things as long as you feed their delusion. Their ego won't allow them to settle because they simply just believe they deserve the best man. But that's not reality. You cannot date above your level where you just simply don't fit.
Fuck! Not only do I have a couple of screws loose, I've also lost the screwdriver.
Ladies, it's time to leave the broke boys and men with no direction in the dust. If you're tired of dating men that can't support you or aren't at the level that you are at, you've got to check out Luxie Dating. Luxie is an exclusive community full of high-end and successful individuals.
No one is putting forth effort, including me. Men, women, everyone. We're tired. I officially have completed 1 week of not having any interest in dating. Deleted all of the type of communications that I would have had with any men. Like, if I was talking to them, they've been blocked. When I do check my phone now, it's just stuff for work. And I've actually done pretty good with work lately because I'm focused more on work than on the monotony that is dating these days.
No one is trying anymore because they've already tried, and it got them nowhere. Dating in this generation is hard, but it's only hard because people make it that way. Unrealistic expectations, entitlement, and a lack of genuine effort have turned dating into an exhausting game where both sides feel like they're always losing. Instead of working through challenges, people move on at the first sign of difficulty, making dating feel like a never-ending cycle of false starts and shallow interactions.